Hi y'all, my name's Sohan. I'm the owner of West China Tea Company, and today we're going to do a little intro video about Gong Fu Cha. We're going to produce a video series so that people at home can learn how to pour Gong Fu Cha on their own. But first, I'm just going to go through it and do it and let you see what it looks like without explaining in too much detail what everything is. And I'll talk about what Gong Fu Cha is and why we do it a little bit. So Gong Fu Cha is essentially the Chinese art of serving tea. Tea is like food in the sense that you have good ingredients, but then you have to prepare it in order for it to taste good and for it to be the best it can be. And so cooking is the art of preparing food, and Gong Fu Cha is the art of preparing tea. And it's not a ceremony. People often use the word tea ceremony. That's because they're familiar with the Japanese tea ceremony, which really is a ceremony. What I like to say is that Gong Fu Cha is not a ceremony, it's a discipline. It's a set of techniques and a way of thinking about things that allows you to make tea as well as you possibly can. And so what I like to say is the analogy between Gong Fu Cha and Chinese tea ceremony is like the analogy between tea and wine. If you analogize with wine, then Japanese tea ceremony is kind of like going to communion. Wine is part of it, and it's the centerpiece of it. It's the most important part of the ritual, but it's there for its symbolic significance, whereas doing Gong Fu Cha is more like what a sommelier does, someone who's really passionate about wine and really interested in wine and wants to share it with their friends. And the difference between wine and tea, you know, they're both very complex, they're both very old, and they both have a very elaborate culture of connoisseurship around them. The difference between wine and tea is that you get a bottle of wine, and all the fragrances and flavors that are in that bottle of wine are already there in their liquid form. You just need to pour the wine out, and you can taste and smell them all. They're there. Tea, however, does not come liquid. Tea comes like this. This is a particularly unusual tea, but tea comes like this in dry leaves. And so to unlock all those flavors and fragrances, we have to be able to prepare the tea in a way that brings out all of those characteristics. People have been doing this for a long time, and it's not exactly clear how long. There's a lot of debate. This is a folk art. This is not something that was necessarily taught in schools or practiced in a formal capacity by the elite. This is something that happens in the streets and in people's homes. Gong Fu Cha is from southeastern China, from Fujian and Chaozhou in the southeast, and so they've been doing this for a very long time. They are at least hundreds of years, and over time it's developed into a very elaborate and refined practice. But at the heart of it, you're just paying attention to the tea and doing your best to make the tea taste good and smell good and feel good. And so you might notice I poured out the first steeping of tea. We're just rinsing the tea to wake it up. The purpose of doing Gong Fu Cha isn't to drink tea. The purpose of doing Gong Fu Cha is to taste tea. If we wanted to drink tea, we would make it in a big pot and drink a lot of it all at once. But we're here to taste tea, which is why we use these little bitty cups and these little bitty vessels. The essence of Gong Fu Cha is that you're making concentrated, strong tea, not one big, weak, dilute steeping, but many short, small, concentrated steepings that highlight the whole profile of the tea's flavor. And so these steps, though they might appear somewhat ceremonial and elaborate, really all serve one final purpose, which is this, what I just did. Taking those leaves with everything that's gone into them and making this liquid tea that we can drink. And so now the vessels have been woken up, the tea has been rinsed, the tea has been steeped to the best of my ability, and now it's ready to drink. And that is, in essence, the process of Gong Fu Cha. Thank you very much, and we're going to be doing a series of these videos where we break down everything that I just did so you know why I did it and how to do it. So please keep watching. Thank you.